Hello, everybody. There's been lots of chat so far. I hope everybody's doing well. Hello, happy Thursday. It's Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop. Hello, thank you so much for joining me and for taking some time out of your day to hang out with me. I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm a little bit tired. It's been a very busy week, but I'm also energized and pumped up. It sounds like it's very hot in some places where you guys are. So hello, thank you so much for joining me. Okay, today's Thursday, July 30th. We're at the end of July already. That's crazy. 2020, and welcome to the Happy Little Stitch Shop live stream. Thank you so much for joining. Please be sure that you give thumbs up on the videos, because the more and more I'm learning about social media, the more and more I realize, thanks to Kelly, that those thumbs up are very important in helping us pop up for other people to find us. So the more thumbs up that we can get on YouTube, the better. And be sure to subscribe if you are watching us on YouTube to help our Happy Little Stitch Shop family grow. Happy Thursday. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sam. Hi, Teresa. Beautiful background quilt. Yes. So this is my prep school picnic quilt that I made a long time ago. So this quilt has a little bit of a story. So I made this, I guess it wasn't that long ago. It was probably at the beginning of quarantine. So maybe in March I did it. And this was a quilt pattern by Amy Smart, Diary of a Quilter. And this is one of the first kits that I put together for the shop, one of the first kits that I sold. And it uses her Sugar House Park fabric collection, which I loved. I fell in love with it. It was like such an easy choice for one of the first fabric collections for us to carry in the shop, because I loved it. And so I made this quilt in the spring, probably. And then I was going to try to quilt it. And I started quilting it, and it just was not good. My quilt had to go on timeout for a period of time. The back of it was all puckered, and just, I did not have a good experience with it. It was just not good. So I got very frustrated with it. It got sent to timeout, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go back and try some more. And so I went back and I tried some more, and it just made it worse. And so then I ended up ripping the entire thing out, and I had been sharing this on the live streams. And so Kim, my friend, contacted me, and she said, hey, if you've given up on that quilt, if you want to send it to me, I'll put it on my long arm and I'll quilt it for you. It'll give me more practice. I'd be happy to do it. And I was like, are you serious? Really? Like, oh my gosh, yes. So I ripped it all out, and then I sent it to Kim, and she quilted it for me, which makes it so much more special, even more special than, me doing it myself. Like, I feel like if I would have struggled through, I would look back at this quilt, instead of looking back at it with happy thoughts, I would look back at it with frustration, because I had to rip it out, and I had to do this, and I had to do that. And so I sent it to Kim, and she quilted it, and she did such a beautiful job, you guys. I mean, okay, so on the outer border, on that gingham border, which I think is gorgeous, that's one of my favorite fabrics of all time, that not gingham, plaid, that plaid border, she did like a crosshatch quilt, and then in the navy border, she did kind of a wavy line quilt. And then in the cream sashing, she did some like little leaves. And then in the centers of all the blocks, I don't even know if you can see it, but there's a flower design. And so it just arrived yesterday, and we got it out, and the kids were like, oh my gosh, look at how nice that looks. And I just have to get the binding on it, which, look, this is the binding that I'm going to put on it. I have it all cut and ready to go. I think I'm going to try to sew these up today, and then I'm going to sit and I'm going to bind it tonight. I'm going to like take a breather after the busy week, and I'm going to bind that quilt. And I'm so, so excited about it. And there is a lot of talking, and I'm sorry that I'm missing it all. Hi, Victoria. Good to see you. Hello, Elizabeth. I was expecting you. Oh, hi, Sharon. Teresa, good job, Kim. On the timeout quilt. Yeah, it could have that name. Yes, it could absolutely be nicknamed that. And Kim says it was so fun to work on. Kim Miller says, how special. Elizabeth says, my autumn love quilt has been in timeout for a year. Oh no, that quilt is beautiful. I wish I would have had a chance to make that one. My first time on live. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining. Joining for a short time during her lunch hour. Lisa and her friend Menthia have joined some of our stitch alongs in our stitching community. And we are so, so happy to have you guys stitching with us. Ren, hello. Oh no, you gotta miss this one, go back to work. Well, be sure to watch us later. Good to see you for a second. Sounds like the quilting is very nice too. Yes, Kim did a great job, and it was so sweet of her to offer to help me out, help me out of the hole I was digging myself and thinking, okay, I can do this. And it's just, it was so nice to have it done, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And the fact that a friend quilted it for me, I'm always gonna remember that. And so every time I see it, I'm gonna be like, oh, Kim quilted that for me. So it makes it kind of cool and special. So thank you so, so much, Kim. From our hearts to yours. Everybody here was very excited. Yes. Okay, so it has been a busy week. As you've maybe seen from my posts or lack of posts, I haven't been on social media a ton this week because it's been very, very busy. We've gotten lots of new quilt kits in the shop. So there was lots of sending out invoices and shipping orders to get them out the door to people who had already reserved their quilt kits. There's a lot going on. So Snow Sweet is here, and those Snow Sweet kits were fixed and ready to go. I was so thankful to work closely with not only the designer, Janet Wecker Frisch, but also with the quilt pattern designer at Riley Blake Designs. She really helped me to make sure that I was giving everybody the appropriate amounts of fabric after the changes, because I had cut up all of my initial quilt kits and then found out that there were some errors in the fabric requirements that needed to be changed. So you guys are actually going to get extra fabric because some of the initial requirements were cut larger. They decreased the fabric requirements. So a lot of them I just left as is. I wasn't going to go back and recut that many quilt kits. And so you're going to get extra fabric in your quilt, in your kit. And then the ones that I was really concerned about were the ones that needed extra yardage that was not included in the original numbers. And so I worked closely with Riley Blake Designs to make sure that I was giving you the right amount. So they're ready. A lot of them have shipped already. If you haven't seen your invoice yet, and if you reserved it with us, check your inbox or your junk folder, and your invoice is waiting for you, because all invoices have been emailed out and anything that has been paid has been shipped. I'm caught up on shipping. Yesterday we had like a whole assembly line. Somebody was doing this, somebody was doing that. It was like moving from one place to another. My mom and dad were up here. They were both helping. All the kids were helping. Like, it was a full day of quilt shop goodness. It was just a good day. Everybody was very excited. It was very, very exciting. And so it's been a busy week, but Snow Sweet is ready to go. And the sew along starts today. So for those of you who have this kit and you're planning to sew along with Janet, her first blog post is on her blog, which I think is thegreatjoystudio.com. So you can go and read her post, and she gives the first week's instructions as to what you should be doing. And if you haven't received your kit yet, which a lot of you haven't yet, don't worry, because that post will be there for forever. So anytime, whenever you receive your kit and you're ready to start it, you can go and access that post and follow along and jump in. So that's it for Snow Sweet for now. I'm going to show you some of it later. How have your guys' weeks been? Has everybody been having a good week? Has it been super busy? It's been busy here. On Sunday, though, we had kind of a low-key day before the madness hit for the week. And we had a storm roll in. And so when my older 5 were little, we used to go out with them and watch the storms come in. Like, I did that with my dad when I was little. My dad was a volunteer firefighter, and so he would sometimes have to track the storms and look for funnel clouds and stuff for them to sound the alarm in our small town that we lived in. And so oftentimes when storms were coming in, we would go out back to the patio and we would watch the storm come in, and he would talk about what to look for and what the different clouds meant and all that kind of stuff. And so on Sunday, there was a storm coming in, and I took our little one out and sat down on the porch to watch the storm come in. Well, then another one comes out, and another one comes out, and another one comes out. And pretty soon the whole family's out on the porch, just sitting and talking and watching the storm come in. You can feel like the temperature changing. The wind is picking up a little bit. And one of them says, "Ooh, the temperature's starting to change." I'm like, "No, not yet. Just wait. Give it time." And then you can really feel the temperature drop. And they're like, "Oh, there it is." And so then two of them go out into the driveway, and they're kind of hanging out in the driveway. It's just a little bit windy and it's cloudy, but the storm hasn't really started yet. They're hanging out in the driveway, and everybody else is sitting on the porch. And then it starts raining. And so normally my husband and I would be like, "Okay, come on, time to get inside." And my husband took a breath, and he was starting to stand up to tell them to get inside. And I kind of put my hand on his arm, and he looked at me, and I said, "Let's just let him be." And he's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yes. I mean, they hardly get to do anything anymore. They've rarely left this house since March. Let's just let them be." And he goes, "Okay." And only he could hear me. The other kids who were up on the porch couldn't hear me. He goes, "Okay." So the two are out in the driveway, and they're like twirling around, and they're dancing in the rain, and they're just having so much fun. And then a third one of my sons, who's very carefree, he's like, "I'm going out." He kind of looks at us. He goes, "I'm going out." And so he runs down the steps, and he's like, "Woohoo!" He goes running out into the driveway, and they're all three out there kind of dancing around. And then I see my 13-year-old, which is one of those ages, especially for girls, I think, where it's kind of like you're not, old enough to be kind of approaching adulthood, but you're not young enough to be like a little kid anymore. So you're kind of in those middle years where you're hesitant to do some of the carefree stuff, but you're not really doing adult stuff yet. And so I could see her, she kind of cracked a little bit of a smile, and I was watching her, and I could see that the wheels were turning, like, I really want to go out there, but I don't know that I'm comfortable, or I don't think that I should. Like, she has some type of idea in her head, like, no, I probably am too old to do that. So I'm kind of watching her, and she's moving closer and closer to the steps, but she's still hesitating. And I looked at her and I go, "Go ahead, you can go." She's like, "I know." And she just kind of stood there. And then she went down, and she was standing out there, and she was kind of in the rain with the other kids, and they were playing. So then we just had two left, our little one who we weren't going to let go out, and then another boy, one of the quadruplets, and he is very kind of conservative. And so he just kind of stood there, and he was doing kind of the same thing that my older one was doing. And then the two girls who were out in the driveway said, "Come on, get out here. It's so much fun." And they kind of ran up to the steps, and they grabbed his arm. They're like, "Come on." It was so fun to watch. Next thing you know, my husband's sitting next to me, and he's kind of smiling, and they just were splashing in puddles. They were soaked. It started pouring like really hard. They had so much fun. When they came inside, I said, "Did you have fun?" And my oldest was like, "Yes, I had fun." And the other kids were like, "That was really fun." So just those little things, like right now, you kind of need those little things, and the kids do too. And so I'm really glad that they got to go out and have fun in the rain. Everybody's saying they love storms. I love to watch storms too. Huckleberry, hello, Huckleberry. She says, "Quadruplets." Oh, my mama. Yes. Yes. So some of you have asked about that, because one of the questions on our Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group is how many people are in the Happy Little Stitch Shop family. And so a lot of you, it kind of gives me an idea of how well you know us, and if you follow us or if you don't. And a lot of you are like, "I don't know, I just heard of you today." You haven't been following for very long. But yes, we have a 13-year-old and girl, and then we have 4 11-year-olds who were quadruplets, 3 boys and a girl, and then we have our 1-year-old who is a girl. So 3 boys and 3 girls, 6 kids, plus my husband and I, that would be 8. And if you count our dog, Henry, that would be 9. So yes, that's our family makeup. Hi, Terry. She says, "Hello, friend. I'm jumping on at work today." Shh. Oh, be quiet. Don't let me know. And then Kim says, oh, I love the memories you guys are making with your kiddos. How special to just take in the moment like that. Yeah, it was, because we often don't do that. I mean, you're rushing off to the next thing, or you're preoccupied with, you know, stuff that's going through your mind, or I got to get this done, or I got to get that done, or whatever. And in that moment, it was kind of a relaxed day. And I was just like, let's just let them go. And in the end, we were really happy that we did. I mean, it was safe for them. It wasn't lightning. It wasn't thundering. It was just a little bit windy, and it was pouring. And they had a lot of fun playing in it. Oh, that is so wonderful. Angela says, Sharon Huckleberry says, hello, 3 and 3 perfect. Love that it is so good, the kids getting out and just being kids. Yes, that's what I was so happy to see. I have 6 children, but I have 5 girls and 1 boy, and we also have a dog named Henry. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Queen of Hearts Quilting. That is so funny. She has 6 kids too, 5 girls and a boy, and she also has a dog named Henry. That's so sweet. Okay, so let's get into some quilting goodness. Today we're going to start with quilting, and I'm going to go through, we have a lot of new stuff in the shop, so I want to share it with you guys and kind of show you what it looks like. And some old stuff that I'm going to pull out and go through again, because I haven't been doing that lately. My binding. I'm so excited to get to that. That's going to be so much fun to bind. I love binding quilts. I love hand binding quilts. Just sitting and being able to do it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. Okay, so first up, we have some Summer Sweet pre-cuts still in the shop. I have some fat quarter bundles. I have some fat 1/8 bundles, and some mini charms. And this, if you guys remember, this is Summer Sweet by Sherry and Chelsea for Moda Fabrics, and it is gorgeous. I pulled one of these out yesterday for some reason. I don't remember why. And my mom was like, oh my gosh, that is so, so pretty. I mean, those colors are just so beautiful. So we still have some pre-cuts of this in the shop for anybody who is looking for some beautiful fabric to, you know, work your magic with. Teresa said, I am finally caught up on my stitch alongs and got to work on a Christmas mania. Yay! Hi, Debbie. I'm hand binding as I'm watching you. Oh, that's so cool. If you're not part of Happy Little Stitchers, join Happy Little Stitchers and then show us what you're hand binding, because I love seeing people's projects. It's so inspiring. And I think other people who are part of Happy Little Stitchers feel the same way. It's a Facebook group. You just have to request to join, and then you get approved, and then people share all their projects out there, and it's so cool to see what everybody's working on. Okay, then next up we have a quilt kit, which is Daisy Do. I have a few of these left. This is a Dresden quilt by American Jane, featuring her Good Times fabric collection by American Jane. So you get this, and you get an entire fat 1/8 bundle. So you get a lot of fabric. It's very pretty rainbow colored fabric. It actually, some of the pieces in here have a very patriotic feel to it. I feel like this collection, pieces of it could be used to make very pretty 4th of July or Memorial Day table runners or something like that. So this is Daisy Do Dresden quilt kit. And then we have Bunnies in the Garden. Kim, have you started your Bunnies in the Garden yet? Kim won one of these a few weeks ago. It helps if I hold it the right way up. So this is Bunnies in the Garden, also featuring Good Times by American Jane. This is an American Jane quilt pattern. And her fabrics are kind of vintage 30s, 1930s feel to it. They're very, very pretty. I mean, some of these florals in here, there are lots of polka dots and florals. They're so, so pretty. And so this Bunnies in the Garden quilt kit, so reasonably priced, number one, and it's just darling. It's so cute. And so Kim won it, and so I am anxious to see how that comes together for her. Where am I gonna put this? Set it back there. And then this is one of my all-time favorite quilt kits. This is Gingham Windows. This is by Beverly McCullough, Flamingo Toes. And it uses her Singing in the Rain. Speaking of our rain story, it features her Singing in the Rain fabric collection. And this fabric collection, I mean, it's darling. It's just darling. I'm going to actually open this up because I want to show you some of these pieces. So look at that stripe. It's called Raspberry Stripe. That one, Raspberry Ribbon maybe. And then look at the little raindrops. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And then I actually have a fair amount of this yardage left in the shop. This is called Pink Bouquet. It's so darling. It just has a very feminine feel to it, but the fabrics are so fun, and it really reminds me of kind of a fresh, clean quilt. I mean, it would just brighten up any room that it was in. Very fresh and crisp and clean. And oh, and it comes with a layer cake. So you get a whole layer cake with it, and then you get this bundle of fabric and the pattern. So that is gingham windows. And then we have Spellbound. This is our Halloween quilt kit called Spellbound, and it is featuring April Rosenthal's new Halloween fabric collection called Midnight Magic. And the pattern was designed by the Quilt Factory. So you get the pattern, you get this bundle of fabric, and included in this bundle, which you can't really see, it's stuck in there, is a charm pack to make this adorable Halloween quilt. It's super cute. I mean, look at that middle design. It's very, very cute. And then all of these corner pieces, so darling. So that's Spellbound. And then we get into some of the newer stuff that we have. Let me see if I'm missing. Kim says, for bunnies in the garden, it's staring at me behind my sewing machine. I have a quilt to finish as a wedding gift first, then I'm all over it. Well, just be sure to update us as you go, because I'd love to see it. The quilt behind you is so beautiful. Thank you, Kim. So yeah, I talked about that at the beginning. It's Prep School Picnic. I made it in the spring, and I am almost ready to bind it, and I'm super, super excited about it. I can't wait to get it done and start using it and like wash it up and then start using it. I'm very excited. I was so giddy all day yesterday after it arrived. Like I just couldn't stop talking about it. My mom was like, okay, can you stop talking about the quilt? And I was like, I don't think I can. I'm super excited about it, Ma. Okay, so then we have retro ornaments. And I don't even think I pulled retro ornaments. And this comes with an entire fat quarter of Dear Christmas. And then you get other fabrics with it too, but I don't have the other fabric bundle made up. But you get the pattern, and you get a fat quarter bundle of Dear Christmas, and it is adorable. This quilt I made it in about a weekend, maybe a little bit over a weekend. And it was a lot of fun to put together. Like once you get going on these circle blocks, this is all pieced, it's not applique. Once you get going on it, it goes very smoothly. And if you have ever wanted to get really good with curved piecing, this is your answer right here, retro ornaments. And it's especially beautiful in Dear Christmas because these patterns in this collection, okay, you see like the deer, for me, I feel like they are meant to be showcased on big blocks. I don't know that I would want to cut it up a lot to put it into littler blocks. Or if you do, then at least have bigger blocks to showcase the fabric. Otherwise, you're missing how cute and adorable it is. So that's what really attracted me to turning it into a kit for retro ornaments, because these ornaments are very good size. And so you can really see and enjoy the fabric in this collection through the ornaments. So we have retro ornaments featuring Dear Christmas in the shop, ready to ship immediately. I also forgot to say that we have Boo. I think I only have one of these. Yeah, I do. I have one Boo quilt kit left. And included with the Boo quilt kit, you get a fat quarter bundle of Midnight Magic. I mean, look at those colors. They're so pretty. This is such a kind of classy Halloween collection, I think, in my opinion. It's super cute. So Boo is in the shop as well. Okay. What kind of batting do you use? So typically I use 100% cotton, and I think the name of the kind, I mean, I switch oftentimes depending on what the price is. Price kind of drives me for batting, but I've used Heirloom, I think, and I think I've used Warm, what's that one called? Warm and Natural. I think, but I usually use 100% cotton and just whatever seems to be a good deal at the time. I'm not too fussy about batting, except I want it to, I don't like it when it feels like more polyfill than batting. You know, I want it to feel like a nice batting. So that's what I tend to go with. Hello from NC. Hello. Vita, hello. Hello, Angela. I am new to your channel. Donna Jordan from Jordan Fabrics did a tutorial here on YouTube on the spell-on pattern. Oh, she did. Nice. Hello, Vita. Thank you so much for jumping on. I think we chatted a little bit about an order or something like that. So thank you so much for joining. Hello, Deanna. Sharon says, Dear Christmas is so much cuter in person. Yeah, so Sharon got a fat quarter bundle, and she shared some pics on Instagram this week. And she said in her post that it's so much cuter in person than the pics on the internet. And I would agree. I've noticed that with a few lines. And I think Dear Christmas is one of those. You just can't get how cute and adorable those prints are until you see them in person. They're super, super cute. Sharon, what were your favorite ones as you saw them? You know, there's like the stringed lights, there's a gingham, there's the big deer, there's the plaid, there's the bells, the jingle bells. What was your favorite print? Did you have a favorite one? And then Sam says, I'm trying my first 80-20 batting. I'll let you know how it washes as opposed to cotton. Yes, please let me know. So you've typically used 100% cotton, Sam? Let me know, because I do know a lot of people have used 80-20 and have been happy with it. And so I don't think I would have a problem using 80-20. I just haven't done that yet. Sharon says the ones with the little deer faces, maybe the pink one. Yeah, that was super cute. Sam says always cotton. Yeah, that's been me so far too. So let me know how your 80-20 goes. And then some people venture out into bamboo. I've not done any of that. Clearly I've just stuck with cotton, but let me know how the 80-20 goes, Sam. Okay, and then continuing in the Dear Christmas theme, we have the Dear Christmas digital panel. And this one is super cute. It would make up a really quick quilt if you just left it as is and quilted it. It would make up a really cute backing if you left it as is, because it comes on a piece that has those polka dots. You can see the polka dots on the fabric. So these are available in the shop, and I have quite a few of these left, and they're very reasonably priced. So it would be a cute addition to a quilt. And then I have a few of the Dear Christmas quilt kits left. This one is so darling. I'll show you quick what's inside. You get the digital pattern, or the digital deer with it. You get the pattern, and then you get everything already cut in 2.5-inch strips. It's so, so cute. I think that this quilt is just darling. And it comes in this adorable keepsake box. That is the Dear Christmas quilt kit. So that's available in the shop. And all of this stuff I have in the shop, so it's ready to ship immediately. And as you know, I do everything in my power to stay caught up on shipping and get stuff out to you guys immediately. Like no delays. Sharon said, Vita says, can you share more on the Shine On Cross Stitch Along? Yes, I can. I'm going to share. I have it set out right here. I'm going to share that in just a little bit. I agree about Dear Christmas, says Debbie. They look very pastel in the online pics. I love the jingle bells. The jingle bells are super cute. Jill says, I use 80-20 all the time. I love it. Washes up great. Oh, that's good to know. There you go, Sam. Jill uses 80-20 all the time, and she says it washes up really good. Hello from Virginia, Leona. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Ooh, Victoria, share that Dear Christmas quilt. I want to see it. She is making the Dear Christmas quilt, and I can't wait to see that process. Okay, this arrived this week. Okay, the other one that arrived on Monday was Homegrown Holidays, and it's already sold out. It's gone. So I don't even have it to share with you. And it came with a cute little, like, notebook inside. Like we put a little extra gift inside the box for you. It was so darling. I looked through it and I pulled out the notebook and I thought, oh, and it kind of has the theme of the fabric on the notebook. It was just a really cute addition, I thought. So Homegrown Holidays, everybody who reserved theirs, invoices went out. I think I've gotten, everybody's paid and I've shipped them. I have one left because she's waiting for something else that I'm going to ship it with. So they're all gone. But Hollyberry arrived on Monday, and this one is such a darling quilt. I mean, look at this. This is by Corey Yoder, and it features her brand new fabric collection called Hollyberry. And I think that this, Kim says, hold on a second. Your shipping is so fast. I'd wait much longer for your stuff, but that's a definite perk. Not just saying that because I'm a big fan. Oh, you're sweet. Shipping means a lot to me. Yesterday, we were shipping all day. I mean, cutting up kits and fixing kits and then shipping all day. I was exhausted by the end of the night. I was like, my back hurts, my feet hurt. My husband gave me a back massage, which was so nice of him. But it is so important to me to keep up. My mom has even said, you might have to maybe just ship on certain days of the week. Like you can't just keep doing it. I was like, no, I can keep doing it. I had 5 children, 1 and under. I can handle shipping. I'm kidding, of course, that's a joke. But keeping up on shipping is so important to me. And I would gladly stay up all night long to catch up on shipping and get your stuff to you in a timely manner, because that's really important to me. So thank you for saying that. Oh, and Teresa says, I totally agree, Kim. Thank you so much, because that's something that I really, really is important. And I take pride in like, okay, we're going to get this stuff out right away. So thank you for noticing that and for commenting on it. Because sometimes I feel like I'm spinning my wheels and does it really matter? But when I hear stuff like that, then it does matter. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so this is Hollyberry by Corey Yoder. This kit is adorable. Okay, so this is what's inside. Try to get both cameras in. Okay, you get the pattern. Adorable pattern. I guess it's called Wooded Whimsy. Oh, okay. Wooded Whimsy. Okay. I've always called it Hollyberry because that's how it was when I ordered it. Okay, and then you get all of this. You get a jelly roll and you get additional fabric. I'm hesitant to take this out, but look at some of that fabric, you guys. This I'm going to have in the shop. This is called Garland. That's the name of it. And this I'm going to have in the shop as like a backing option. And then look at that. That is such a pretty, it's almost like a Kisses green and red X's for your background fabric. It's adorable. And then I also have other backing options shipping, not just the Garland stripe ones, but there are some other ones that are shipping too. So for those of you who reserved this, invoices have all been sent out. For those of you who have paid, everything's been shipped. I do have some of you who have paid who are waiting on backing yardage. They ship the kits, but they ship yardage separately. So I have been told that yardage is expected at the beginning of August. So as soon as that comes, I'll cut up your backing and then I'll get those kits out the door to you. So I have about 3 or 4 of you who are waiting for backing yardage. So that's due to arrive hopefully next week. Maybe it might not be till the week after next, but if we're lucky, it'll be next week, and then I'll cut it up and get it out the door to you right away. So this is the Hollyberry Quilt Kit by Corey Yoder. Comes in this adorable keepsake box with a little bit of my hair, and it is super fun. I really think that this is a timeless classic. I keep saying that, but that's how I really feel. It's a timeless Christmas quilt that will just be enjoyed for years and years to come. Okay, so those are in the shop, ready for immediate shipping as well. Huckleberry says, I also agree, 12 to 15 days for some others for shipping. Yeah, it's important to me, so I will work my tail off to keep up with shipping. Hi, Emerald. So good that you could jump on. Emerald is one of our Stitcher friends from Alaska. So glad that you could get on. I'm so choked up. That's how glad I am. Sorry, I got a little frog in my throat. Leona says, how do I get to your shop? Yeah. So happylittlestitchshop.com. There's also a link, I think, in the description box. There are links to everything that I talk about on the live stream. There's a description box that has a big, long description. And in that description, there are links to everything that I'm talking about. So you can click on any one of those links and it'll take you directly there. Otherwise, happylittlestitchshop.com will also take you there. Oh, good. Teresa just shared it for you, Leona. Thank you so much, Teresa. I appreciate that. Okay, so that is Hollyberry. I already told you homegrown is sold out. And then, we have this. Here is the pattern in all its glory. It has arrived, you guys. This is the Sweet Snow Along quilt kit. I ended up cutting up all of the kits yesterday, or fixing them. They were cut up before, but they got fixed, and so they're ready to go. Here is the kit. I mean, look at this bundle of fabric that you get. It is no joke. And look how pretty it is. Whoa, look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. There are so many kind of text prints that are just darling. So this is the kit you get. You get the pattern as well. These are ready to ship. After fixing everything, I ended up having some still available, which people had been asking me for a long, long time. And I just couldn't commit to people because I wanted to make sure that I had enough for the people who had reserved. I then found out yesterday that some people who had reserved had forgotten they had reserved with me and they went someplace else to get it. So I have some kits that I wasn't expecting to have. So we have some kits available, which is exciting. And hopefully most of the people who had asked me before, I sent them someplace else to get it. So if anybody out there is still looking for a kit, this is an adorable quilt kit. And I'm going to be sewing this along too, sewing along with Janet, the designer. And I can't wait to get started on it. But it is just adorable. Janet is an artist. Okay, first and foremost, she will tell you that she is an artist. And these blocks are like an artist putting together a quilt. That's how I feel about it. Like I mean, look, you've got the scarf, you've got the hat, you've got a star behind it. This manger nativity block is darling. There's a cake there. You've got Santa's belt. Where are the candy canes? Because that candy cane one is so darling. Oh, right there. So I feel, and the bird, that birdhouse is adorable. I feel like this is really an artist putting together a quilt. And so I am very excited to try my hand at it. It's going to be a different technique that I have not used a lot. And so I am excited to jump in and try and just hope and pray that it turns out okay. Turns out like this. This is what I'm hoping for. But this is going to be a lot of fun. So this is the Sweet Snow Along quilt kit. This is in the shop, ready to ship. And once I get kind of situated with all of the quilt kits, I will have yardage left over from Snow Sweet that I will then add to the shop. But I haven't put my yardage, except for my backing yardage, but any yardage that's included in the kits, I haven't put on the shop yet because I wanted to be sure that my reservations were fulfilled before making that available on the shop. But I should have some Snow Sweet yardage left, and I will put that in the shop as soon as I'm sure that everybody has what they need. But there's some really darling prints for people to enjoy. Terry says, I had Happy Little Stitch Shop mail today. Makes me so excited to see that turquoise envelope in the box. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. I love hearing that. It really touches our family's heart. I share these comments with them. I shared an email with my mom yesterday because we were in the midst of like elbow deep in fabric and putting kits together and making sure all the kits had the stuff and just then filling orders and trying to keep up with that. And in the midst of it, and then having people back out on reservations. And so I was like, And then in the midst of it, I got an email from one of you, Judy, and she said how much she appreciated our diligence in trying to make sure that the kit was right and get it out to people in a timely manner. And all, she just had really nice things to say. And I read it to my mom, and both of us were like, oh, that's what it's for. Those are the people that it's for. Like, that really lifted us up when we felt like our sales were losing wind, you know, like our sales were kind of deflating a little bit. And then we got that, and it meant so much to us. So all of those comments, I share it with my family, and it truly does mean a lot to us, more than you guys will probably ever believe or know. Kim says, my hubby saw them last night and he was saying how cute it is. And then Emerald says they are cute. Terry says, yep, love the turquoise bags. I use them for package bags for my cross stitch. Oh, cute. Thank you so much. And also thanks, Nancy. Oh, good, Leona, you got there. And then Terry, that's such a clever idea. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's the story with Snow Sweet. I'm very excited to be able to get that out the door to you guys, and let's snow along together and have fun with it. Cindy Cloward of Riley Lakes Designs is also sewing along, so it will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, then upcoming. Some of you guys have reserved the Snow Sweet Adventures boxed quilt kit, and that has been delayed, which I think I told you last week. That one has been delayed, and so it's due, they're saying now, towards the end of August, probably. So just as soon as that comes in, of course, I will get it out the door to you. You'll get invoice for it. I'll get it out the door to you right away. So the Snow Sweet Adventures quilt kit, box quilt kit will be coming. And then next in the line of lines that are coming, Squirrely Girl is supposed to arrive in August. And I've already had people asking about, when is it coming? This is Squirrely Girl. I hope you can see it. What's the best way to show it? It is adorable. It really is adorable. This is by Bunny Hill Designs. And I had already sold through my initial order for reservations. And so there are more reservations out there now for anybody who's looking to join. This is such a cute autumn quilt kit. It comes in a box, and it comes with everything that you need to make this quilt. And I believe the designer is doing kind of a quilt along with it, but it comes even with the floss that you need for any applique that's involved in it. It comes with all the fabric, obviously, the binding. The only thing you'll need to order is backing, and I do have backing options that will be coming. And people had also asked for fat quarter bundles. So for this line, I'll have the Squirrely Girl quilt kit available. I will have backing yardage available, and I will have fat quarter bundles available. And then I think because it was so cute, I may have ordered charm packs, you know, some of that stuff. So some of that will be available as well. So Squirrely Girl is supposed to come in August. I'm assuming it will be, given the state of the world and how the trend has been for receiving stuff, I assume it will be towards the end of August, not the beginning. So it's Squirrely Girl is super, super cute. And then we also have coming Jane Austen. So this will be here before we know it. Oh, they pushed this one back. That's right. So this one they pushed back. I think it was originally due in August or September, and it got pushed back to October. So this one has been delayed a little bit. Gotten lots of reservations for this. And so I have ordered more, and I have more reservations available. So for anybody who's interested in this Jane Austen quilt kit, it's such a cool thing because it is a replica of Jane Austen's quilt that she made with her mother and her sister Cassandra. They made this quilt together, and then Riley Lake Designs studied it, figured out how to replicate it, and the fabric that's included in it. And so it's an exact replica of the quilt that Jane Austen had when she was alive, which is just adorable. It's unbelievable to me. And the quilt, you can see right here, this is her actual quilt that's hanging up in a museum. So that's what the actual Jane Austen quilt looks like. And then this will be what the kit looks like. So pretty close. It's pretty amazing what they did. I'm very, very impressed and super excited about this quilt kit. So that one has gotten pushed back a little bit to October, just so that you guys know. But coming in September, I think, as far as I know, we are on schedule for Balboa by Sherry and Chelsea. And so for the Balboa, we have 2 quilt kits available. We have the Blooms kit, which looks like this. That's available to be reserved. It's very, very cute. And to go with that, you guys, I had showed you a few weeks ago the rotating cutting mat by Sue Daly. So that's in the shop. That would be very, very good for these little hexies in this quilt when you go to make it. The other thing that I got in the shop that just arrived this week is Sue Daly's fabric glue pen. This is very good for the English paper piecing that's going to be included with this, making this kit. So the glue pens are in the shop. And then the other thing that is needed are these 1-inch English paper piecing hexies. So I have these in the shop as well. So for anybody who reserved this kit and you're going to be making this quilt, I'm trying to have everything that you need in the shop to be able to do that. And then the other Balboa kit we have available in the shop for reservation is called Sparkling. And that's what Sparkling looks like. It's very, very pretty. And then before I forget, for some reason this quilt kit is called My Family Tree Quilt Kit. And this one is due to arrive in September. It's by, the fabric is called My Heritage by My Mind's Eye. And as soon as I saw this quilt, I mean, I'm anything that has to do with family. I don't need much more than that. And so I thought that this quilt it should be easy peasy to put together. It'll be a quick quilt to put together, but it really has a lot of, I like the meaning and what it represents. That's what drew me to it. So there's a phrase on it that says, families are like branches on a tree. We grow in different directions, yet our roots remain as one. So it says that right under there. And then there's even a place here in the middle of the tree that you can put your family name, which I thought was kind of cool. So we're putting together a kit for this one because I thought that it was a neat kit. So that's My Heritage. And it's in the shop. And then we get into kind of some bigger ones. So coming in October is going to be a very busy month. We have the Shine On Block of the Month, which is this. So this is a Block of the Month program. You sign up, you subscribe to it, which the subscription is available in the shop. And this features the upcoming fabric collection by Bonnie and Camille called Shine On. It's due to release in October. And this Block of the Month club, we will go through and block by block, we will make this beautiful quilt. And so how the club works is you, each month you get invoiced and you pay a monthly fee, and then you'll get a shipment that includes all of the blocks that will be made that month. So each month we'll work on like 3 or 4 blocks. There's a schedule here that tells what blocks. So usually it's about 3 blocks that we work on each month. And then at the end, you'll put the whole thing together and you'll have this beautiful quilt. Oh, so Huckleberry's asking, does the glue pen have a really fine tip? I don't know. Can I open it? Well, the trick is to, no, it does not. It shows a picture right here. If you can see, that pink part is the size of the tip. And then this is kind of, the pink is the size of the swath of glue. I don't know if you guys can see that on here. So no, it's not a fine tip. And then Sam says, she signed up for the Block of the Month Club. I saw that today. You know, we were just chatting last night, and then I saw that today, and I was like, oh, she decided to do it, because I know you were debating about it. And I was so excited when I saw that this morning. Sam says it's her first Block of the Month. Thank you for providing it. You are so welcome. And you're welcome, Huckleberry. I cannot wait either. It's our first Block of the Month Club that we are offering. So I'm super excited about that. And it's my first block of the month that I'm participating in. And I'm really excited about that. And part of the reason is because this fabric is so gorgeous. Like, it's cheerful. It's kind of all of the colors that I tend to lean towards anyway. The aquas and the reds and the greens and the navies. Like, I love all those colors. Like, that color palette is something I really like. So I'm excited about it. I'm a little scared because I think it is going to challenge my quilting abilities, but I'm also excited for the same reason, if that makes any sense. So I'm hoping that it helps me improve my quilting skills. And so I'm excited to just jump in and give it a shot. And I'm super excited that I'm doing it as part of this stitching community, because I know that I have people to call on if I need help. I don't understand this. Why? This doesn't make any sense to me. The other cool part is that Bonnie and Camille will both be sewing this along at the same time. So that'll be cool too, to see them kind of put it together. Kim says, bring on October. I'm so excited for the block of the month to start. Me too. And Kim says, yay, Sam. She's so glad that you joined. And very pretty colors in that family quilt. They are pretty colors, because I do like those subdued kind of, it's almost like a gray teal. I don't know if that makes sense. And then kind of a sagey gray color. It's very, very pretty. So coming in October is this, okay? I've already placed my order. I have a few spots open, so please join us. I hope to sell out all of our spots. That would be marvelous, because I placed my order based on all the reservations I had, but then I cushioned it by a lot to give other people a chance to sign up. So I hope to be able to fill all of those. So join us for the Block of the Month Club. That's going to be super, super fun. Also, I have some quilt kits that are available in the Shine On fabric. One of them is Daybreak, which I've gotten a good response from. And then the other one is out on the internet. I can't remember the name of it. And then also coming in October, we have Folktale. And there are two kits that are available for Folktale. One is Spring Fling, which has been very popular. And then the other one is Sun Shower, which is also super pretty. So Shine On and Folktale are coming. And then, guys, I have also put online reservations for Flea Market. Flea Market is due to be released in December. And it is Lori Holt's next fabric collection. So it's being released in December. I know that Prim is hitting shops right now, which actually I have a decision to make about that, because I was approached by my sales rep about it, and I have a decision to make. I need to make about that. But Prim is hitting shops right now, but Flea Market is not too far behind. It's being released in December. So I'm already looking forward to Flea Market and trying to get reservations for the quilts that are coming out for that. So this is one of them. This is Lori Holt's Flea Market Flowers Sew Along quilt kit. So she's going to, this is her applique quilt that she does. Usually every collection she does some type of applique quilt. And so this is her applique quilt that she's going to do her sew along for. And I'm going to need to order, I think, what did they tell me? In September. I think like towards the end of August, I need to place my order for this collection. So I'm really hoping that people start signing up and reserving your kit, so that I kind of have an idea of what kind of numbers to order. I had some questions about this one when I posted it this week. And this one, she is not releasing a Sew Simple shape set with it, but she is releasing a seed ruler set. And so that seed ruler set is what she is going to use to make these blocks. And then I think that maybe she has like a circle ruler set that might be used, but I'm going to look through all of the suggested requirements. And if it makes sense, like if it's something that I don't feel like people might have, like the seed ruler set is brand new. It's coming out with this collection. It's not available yet. It will be available when this collection comes out. So I will have those in the shop. And any other, she usually has lots of finishing touches and lots of other stuff. Anything that you would need to make this quilt, I'm going to try to have in the shop. So then it can just be a one-stop shop for you guys, and you don't have to go searching for it everywhere. So this is Flea Market. And I think it is beautiful. And I wish that I could sew this one along, but I'm looking forward to seeing people who have reserved it already sew theirs. So that's one of the quilts that's available. And if you're interested in it, I wouldn't delay in signing up for it because that really helps me with quantities and how much I need to order. This is the other one. This is a pre-boxed one that is available from the flea market collection. It's called Flea Market Windows. And that comes in like a box. It comes in a box. A pre-packaged quilt kit is what I'm trying to say. And then this one, which I think is beautiful, is the table runner. And this one also comes in a little keepsake box. So it's a flea market table runner. I don't know if I'm showing it very good. The light is messing stuff up. So that's flea market, and that's what's coming in December. And then I have some work to do on figuring out future stuff. And then, of course, we have the Pillow Kit of the Month program. This is through Riley Blake Designs. You get a kit each month to make one of these gorgeous pillows that were designed by a bunch of Riley Blake Designs designers. And the reservation for this is in the shop. And then in January, we have Vintage Christmas. And I need to place this order toward the end of September, beginning of October is my plan. We've had so many people sign up for a quilt kit, and I'm super excited about it. We are doing a throwback sew along of Lori Holt's Vintage Christmas, featuring her Cozy Christmas fabric collection, which is going to be discontinued this December. So we're kind of the last hurrah for the Vintage Christmas fabric collection. And so this sew along is going to start in January. And we're going to sew all of these blocks together, and then we'll end up with this gorgeous quilt. So if you're interested in that, go and reserve your quilt kit. It's available for reservation in the shop right now. And here's the other cool thing. Our friend Ren from Quilting is My Serenity has donated to us free custom quilting of your vintage Christmas quilt. So anybody who buys a vintage Christmas quilt kit from Happy Little Stitch Shop will be entered into a drawing to win free custom quilting of your vintage Christmas quilt. How insane is that? I mean, that is going to be so, so cool. You guys, I'm so excited for whoever's name gets picked. So everybody who buys their quilt kit through Happy Little Stitch Shop will be entered into the drawing for free custom quilting. In the kit alone is just fabric, all the fabric that you would need for the quilt top and binding. The book is available separately. So the book is in the shop right now. If people want to get their book ahead of time, you can do that. Some people have done that. Some people have said, hey, can you just invoice me for it when you ship the quilt kit? I can do that too. Some people already have their books. And so that's why I made it available separately, just in case some people already had it. I didn't want to mess with that. So this is not included in the kit. It is available for sale separately. And then, of course, I'll have backing and stuff like that I'll plan on to have in the shop. So that's for Vintage Christmas. Huckleberry says tempting. I do love it. It's a beautiful quilt. It is kind of a beautiful quilt. I mean, these blocks are I look through this book and I think, oh my gosh, there's just so many fun things to make. And you can do so many things with it. I mean, as was shown with the Be Patriotic quilt. I mean, that was all from Vintage Christmas. And it was a beautiful quilt. You're just using different colors, but using some of the blocks from the book. There are a lot of super cute projects in that book as well. Yeah, there really, really are. And I do have the Cozy Christmas So Simple Shapes. I do have those in the shop. And it makes a cute applique quilt. It's very, very cute. So I do have the Cozy Christmas So Simple Shapes available. Okay, then we got to keep moving here because I've got some stitching stuff that I'm going to go through. I'm not going to go through a ton of it. I'm going to go through the stitching stuff kind of fast because I try to rotate weeks. 1 week is more quilting based and 1 week is more stitching based. And this week was quilting based. Look at you go, girl, says Kim. So many fun options. Victoria says she's so excited about Vintage Christmas, and so is Sharon. I'm so happy that Sharon is sewing along. I'm going to be on the phone on the talk to the text thing a lot with her. Sharon, how do you do this? The book is fun just to look at. It really is fun just to look at. That's what Sharon says. I agree. I can just sit and look through that. I can do the same with Farm Girl Vintage. It's so, so darling. I know, it's true. Okay, so now for all of our stitch alongs, we are moving into Frosty Forest Snowy Reindeer. These have shipped if you've paid your invoice, so you should be getting them if you haven't already received them. Oh, I'm not going to show you this because I showed it to you last week, and I have not done anything on it since last week. I just finished the previous block. For Cottage of the Month, we're moving into September. So that's what September looks like. You guys, I did start this one, but I just started it this morning. So don't expect too much here, okay? Here it is. Again, I just started it this morning. I'm really kidding. I'm just pulling your leg. I started this probably last week. I got a little bit of a head start on it. I wanted to play a joke on you. So that was fun. So this is my September so far. This is a super cute stitch. I love it. I love the Cottage of the Month stitches. I'm excited to finish that one up, which hopefully I'll be able to do this week. Sharon says September is so cute. Kim says I'm cracking up. Thank you. My gosh, I was like, okay, is anybody going to think that's funny? Debbie says, came to the Frosty Forest party late. I need help getting started. I haven't cross-stitched since the 1980s. Welcome, Debbie. I'm so excited that you jumped back in. So cute. I nearly fell out of my chair, says Kim Miller. Teresa says, Wade, pull our legs. You're welcome. I mean, I'm just here to provide a little bit of fun. Debbie, I'm happy to help you. You can message me if you have questions. I'd be happy to help. And we are going to be providing a like beginner cross stitch, how to start cross stitch video. And I'm hoping to get that done soon. My husband and I have been kind of talking about it a lot, but not really getting it done. So that will be coming, which then it'll be there for you to have whenever you need it. Pinewood Farm. This is what we're moving into for Farmhouse Christmas. I'm super excited about that. And then we are stitching August for Truckin' Along. We are stitching Balsam Fir in Jack Frost's Tree Farm. Super cute. Welcome to the Forest. We are stitching Forest Raccoon and Friends. And then summer is out there. This is Madame Chantilly's Celebrate Tiered Trays Stitch Along that we are doing. And this month we are working on summer. And this one is so cute. It's so cute. I can't wait to stitch it. I'm so far behind on that stitch along. It's not even funny. Snow Sweet is so cute. Yes, it is, Terry. I agree. And then really quickly, some upcoming stitch alongs that are starting pretty soon. So if you want to join these, please sign up for them sooner rather than later so that I can get stuff ordered, because my plan is to start ordering stuff next week. Yeah, Debbie, Teresa is right. Yes, back in the 80s when people stitched, they always started in the center. That's how I used to always do it. Started in the center and then counted to wherever you needed to get to be able to start. You don't need to do that anymore. Pick a corner and go in 2 to 3 inches. Yep. And thank you, Kelly. Kim, give it a try. Oh, yeah, doing the glasses. Absolutely. I shipped the July truck and started. Oh, you skipped the July truck and started August. Yes. So these stitch alongs we have coming up soon. They're starting within the next few months. First up, we have Spooky Hollow by Little Stitch Girl. This is a 12-part Halloween series full of cute buildings that make up a spooky town. It's just darling. It's adorable. We are starting this in September, which means I need to order supplies probably next week because supplies are about 2 to 3 weeks behind schedule. Usually I'd be able to get it in like a week or so, but right now they're about 2 to 3 weeks behind. So I need to order next week in hopes that I can have them here in time to ship at the beginning of September. So we have a lot of people signed up for this. I'm super excited, but I would love to have more. And so I really want to let you guys know if you're interested in joining this Stitch Along, please reserve your spot so then I can include you in my ordering numbers. So Spooky Hollow, the reservation is out online. You can sign up for it right now. And then we have our happy little Stitcheroos, you guys. The first and only virtual kids stitching club. I'm so excited that Happy Little Stitch Shop is doing it. And we are using Lori Holt's stitch cards. So we had announced this probably, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. And we have so many little stitchers signed up, and I got all sorts of fun notions and accessories in the shop that I thought kids might enjoy stitching with if you're interested in that. But this is starting in September. My girls are super excited to start this. I have heard from people who have signed their girls up, and they're very excited. Anybody's welcome. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter who you are. Anybody's welcome. Just go join our Happy Little Stitch Club, and we would love, love, love to stitch with you. Again, I need to order supplies for this probably next week. That doesn't mean that you can't still sign up later. It's just that that's what I'm going to be basing my numbers off of. So if you want to get your stuff without delay, then make sure you sign up soon so that you can be included in the initial numbers. Otherwise, it'll just take longer for you to get your stuff. And then eventually I'll have to stop it. But the way that this works is you get one shipment that includes 4 months worth of stuff. So you'll get cloth, you'll get a floss kit, and you'll get these charts. Included in this pack are 4 charts, and you will stitch 1 chart each month. And so this little kit that you would receive will last you for 4 months. So you have one shipment, one payment that will last you for an entire quarter. And then the next quarter, if people are enjoying it and liking it and want to continue doing it, then we'll start with Stitch Card B. My hope is to keep it going and keep stitching through all the sets. I think that that would be a ton of fun because they're adorable. I mean, these charts are so, so cute. So sign up for Happy Little Stitchers if you're interested. And then the Shine On Sampler. This one is starting in November. So not as quickly as the other ones, but I will need to order probably at the beginning of October. So this one, here's the schedule. We'll start with November up here, then December, January, February, and then end with March. And we will stitch this adorable Shine On cross stitch together. Included in the kit, you will get cloth and floss, a floss kit to go with it. This cross stitch is in the book. It's not available as an individual cross stitch pattern. It's available in the Quilt Bee book by Bonnie and Camille that's coming out in October. So I will coordinate with you. Some of you are involved in the book Block of the Month Club, and you're also involved in the cross stitch along. So you don't need to have 2 books. You'll get 1 book to cover both. So we'll just work through that when invoicing comes. When it comes time for that. That's part of the reason I started it in November, because then you'll get 1 Shine On shipment. You'll get your Block of the Month shipment, and you'll get your cross stitch shipment at the same time. That way we don't get confused about who has books and who doesn't. We'll just make sure that you get 1 book to cover both. And as always, anytime I send you an invoice, just make sure that it looks accurate. You know, it's easy for me to change that stuff. Sometimes I forget who needs what or who wants what. And so I rely on you guys to really tell me if you're being invoiced for what you need. So be sure to let me know. And the only thing that drives me a little bit crazy is when I have, when people sign up for stitch alongs, I order product for the entire stitch along. So if Frosty Forest, for example, we started in January, I ordered in December enough charts to cover everybody through and floss kits to cover everybody through the entire stitch along. So then if you want changes made, just be sure you let me know far enough in advance that I don't order you stuff for it, or I can get you the right stuff, if that makes sense. But when people come in the middle and then I already have stuff, then that kind of, is a bummer, but not a big deal. I mean, I'll work with you through anything. Absolutely. Let me see. Kim says, Lord knows kids need an outlet too. Too neat. Can't wait to see what the little stitch up. Yes, that was really part of it, is that, you know, I noticed that my kids need a little something. I mean, they can't socialize with their friends like they normally do. They're not involved in activities like they normally would be. And my girls are sincerely looking forward to this. Like, they're very excited to stitch. They're very excited to learn a new hobby. They're excited to kind of stitch with people that are from all over the United States. And so that's exciting. And Canada, for that matter. People are stitching not just from the United States, there are people stitching elsewhere. And so they're excited about that. I mean, that's kind of, our technology allows that to be able to happen, which is kind of a cool perk that wouldn't have happened years ago. You know, you can connect with all these people from all over the world. So they're really excited. It has kind of put a little bit of spark back in their eye that has been missing over the last few months. And so my hope is that other kids will get excited about it. My hope is to have, you know, maybe some little prizes here and there to make it fun and kind of exciting for them, and to maybe, you know, foster some connections with people. So I hope it goes well, and I hope the kids enjoy it. And I'm super, super excited about it. And I agree with you. I think kids need that outlet too. We all know how much stitching and sewing is an outlet for us. Well, you know, kids need outlets too. And who knows, maybe stitching could be that outlet for them. Maybe it won't be for everybody, but it could be for some. Kim says, Addie started her own stitch this week. She loves it. We're impatiently waiting for September. I know, my girls are like, when can we start stitching? When can we start stitching? Da, da, da. And the stuff is here, you know, so they see it and they're like, can we start? Can we start? I was like, no, you are going to stitch with everybody else. And they're like, oh, but I want to start. They're so, so excited. Hey, Sam, I probably need to start a beginner stitcher. These are adorable. These aren't just for kids. I mean, you know, it's an adult. Were made for adults. I just thought that they're perfect for beginner stitchers, and especially kids. I mean, they're cute charts, so they're kid friendly, but they're adult friendly too. And like I said, they weren't made for kids. They were made for adults. They're adorable. So I'm super excited about that. And I hope we get more people signed up. So, maybe the kids could do an exchange with the cards, says Jill. That's an interesting idea. Yeah, we could look into doing something. I don't know. I think it would be fun to kind of nourish a community a little bit, kind of like our adult community. It's been very uplifting for a lot of people. And I think it would be cool to have those connections for kids too, a little bit, you know. Okay, and then I have some new charms in the shop. Well, no, this one's not new, but I got a new one, and so I just decided to show them all. It was on back order, and then it just arrived. I ordered it at the same time as the other ones, but it just arrived this week. It's the Sewing Machine Charm, Happy Charms by Lori Holt. So we have those in the shop. Let's get on to our drawing. Does anybody have any questions or any comments or anything before we wrap this up? Please let me know. Kim Miller, wow, they're showing some serious patience. I'm impressed. I couldn't wait with it. They're looking at me. Yeah, because they're in here helping me a lot. And oftentimes my middle girl is my floss runner. So I'll give her a list if somebody orders floss, and I'll say, hey, can you go pick this stuff for me? She loves doing it. And so she'll take the list and she'll go pick the floss. And my oldest is the floss organizer, because floss is kind of, it's a lot. And then you get a huge shipment, and then you got to put it all in order. And so she does that, and she does an excellent job with it. She has so much more patience than I would with it. And so I'll just say, okay, we got another shipment of floss. And she'll go, oh, and I'll say, I know, but it needs to be organized. And she'll say, okay. She truly enjoys it. And she's never one that minds pitching in and helping out. Sharon said, I need that sewing machine charm. Yeah, it's super cute, right? It's very darling. And then Teresa says, hit the like button, everyone. Yes. So, okay. So in order to win the giveaways, you need to follow me on either Instagram or Facebook, Happy Little Stitch Shop. And then also be sure you give us a thumbs up on the video if you like what's happening here, because that really helps to kind of get our shop out there and help grow our community. And please be sure you subscribe. we're kind of stalled out at 450, and I think we're never going to get to 500. So please hit subscribe and spread the word, and hopefully we can continue to grow this community. I would love, love, love to continue to grow. Right now, I feel like we're here with our Happy Little Stitch Shop, and my hope is to, like the sky's the limit. And so we have a long way to go, but we're in it for the long haul. As long as you guys like it and continue to support us, we are in it for the long haul for sure. Okay, so like, subscribe, and then answer the question. And I can't even remember what the question was because I did it last night and I was very tired. I can't remember what the question is, but there's a question in the description box. Okay, so for last week, the question was, how many stitching hours do you feel like you get in a day or a week? And you guys all get in a pretty decent amount of stitching time. Some were, 2 or 3 hours. Some were 4 or 5. But it's always good to be able to get in even 15 minutes of stitching time a day. Seriously. So last week's prize, it was 2012 Prairie Schooler Santa. And the winner of this is Teresa. Nana T. St. Hilaire. Teresa, congratulations. You won the Prairie Schooler Santa. Way to go. So that was for last week. Teresa, just contact me, claim your prize. And then for next week's prize, because Snow Sweet has been on my mind the entire week, really. And I had a bunch of fabric cut that I can't use anymore. So I will be putting into the shop some random fabric bundles if people are interested in that, in an effort to try to make back some of the money that is cut up but not going to go with anything. But today I wanted to do a giveaway with some Snow Sweet fabric. And it's a small bundle, but it has some random cuts of some really cute stuff. So the first cut is this kind of aqua turquoise colored fabric. It's just beautiful. You get a little black painter's palette piece in there, and then you get the red cookbook Snow Sweet, and then a bit of the text, the white text. So this little Snow Sweet bundle is going to be the prize for this week. All you need to do is find that question in the description box and answer it in the comments section on YouTube, and be sure you like the YouTube video. Be sure you subscribe to our channel, and be sure you follow me on Instagram or Facebook. That's it. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, you guys. Thank you so, so much for spending some time with me today. I so, so appreciate it. And as always, you guys know how much our family appreciates your support. We couldn't be here kind of on this journey and giving this a shot if it weren't for you and your unending support. Like, we are so, so thankful. So thank you so, so much. I love this quilt. I can't wait to bind it. Hopefully I'll have it bound to share with you guys next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you here next week. Take care, guys. Happy stitching.